Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, sampler platter video series videos I do for the wino. We're over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That the time I'm doing this, folks, it's been a little while since I've gone over there and added an entry into my Chicken Sandwich Wars playlist, but that ends today. We'll get to that in a moment. Aside from that, I'm inside the truck. Pretty clear there. Just brought down the window a little bit, a little fresh air. Aside from having some fresh air and being in the truck, I'm also wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a cool shirt, I like to highlight the shirt that I'm wearing. What cool shirt am I wearing, folks? Boom! Sandslash shirt. Sandslash, like, if you don't know who Sandslash is, I don't know what to tell you, folks. I don't know what to tell you. Sandslash is a Pokemon. One of the Generation 1 Pokemons, one of the original 150. Sandslash is my boy. Like, I love Sandshrew, I love Sandslash. Not gonna lie, a big part of the reason why I gained, such an affinity for them was the episode of Pokemon where they debuted Sandshrew, and if you've seen that episode, you know the one I'm talking about. That was a badass Sandshrew. But on top of that, like, they're little, armadillo hedgehogs. They're super cool. Anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? What are we doing? Well, as I mentioned, I have an entire playlist called Chicken Sandwich Wars. It is filled with my many chicken sandwich adventures. Basically started off a few years ago. You had Popeyes came out with their chicken sandwich. It went over there. They started fussing and feuding with Chick-fil-A. Eventually you had, KFC, Taco Bell, Shake Shack. Like, everybody was just doing chicken sandwiches. Everybody. These days, the chicken sandwich wars have dialed down pretty considerably. I don't think it's quite as much of a thing, but doesn't mean there aren't still chicken sandwiches out there for me to try, folks. So, I actually completely forgot about this place because I don't go there very often. We're doing boom! What the hell is this, folks? This is the jumbo chicken sandwich from Brown's Chicken. Yes, indeed, folks. Not too long ago, time I'm doing this, I did a review of a sub from Mr. Submarine Subs, which is very much kind of a Chicago, Illinois institution type of place. And one of the other places that falls into that I don't think about too often is Brown's Chicken. And Brown's Chicken, they're kind of a, more regional competitor to your KFCs and your Popeyes. I haven't had Brown's Chicken since I was fairly young. Like, I know I've had it for sure, but it's been years. And I just so happened to be stopping by. I saw the one was there. Chicken sandwich. So let's give it a try, folks. This is their jumbo chicken sandwich. It has mayo, lettuce, and tomato. No pickles. Hooray! Right off the bat, they're getting points. I'm not big on pickles on a chicken sandwich. I don't know why other people are, but people are allowed to have different opinions. Look at it. It's so chickeny. Okay. It's got some crunch to it. It's a different type of crunch than like Popeyes. The breading style is definitely different. It feels less like it's strictly adhered to the chicken. Almost like you would bread like catfish with. Kinda. Alright, that's not bad. Chicken seems to be pretty decent quality, though I will say, I feel the jumbo aspect of it. I feel they kind of extra bread it. It doesn't seem to be quite as much chicken as it might let on a little bit. Might be a little bit of a deceitful chicken here. Because it's still good, but like that compared to like the breading, I feel like it's they're overcompensating with the breading. I mean, overall, I like it. I appreciate the fact that it's not trying to be the same type of chicken sandwich as your Popeyes, as your KFCs. It's a more, what I would consider, like, traditional chicken sandwich. It's not putting pickles on it. It's not trying to do that whole thing. It's got mayo, tomato, and lettuce, which for me, I personally like on a chicken sandwich. I think that works out really well. And especially when you get a bite where all those things come together really nicely, it's really tasty. But at the end of the day, the thing that really makes it or breaks it is the chicken itself. Now, it does have some crispiness to it, but like I said, it is a different type of crispiness. I would not say that this is comparable to, again, like your Popeyes or your KFC chicken sandwiches. The breading style is definitely very different. And while it is crispy, it definitely has its own flavor. I'll say that. It doesn't taste like Popeyes. It doesn't taste like KFC. You can kind of taste the fried aspect of it more. You can kind of taste a little bit of the oil, I want to say. And the seasoning is okay. Chicken is decent. It tastes fresh enough and everything. But I'd be lying if I said that I felt that it tasted particularly special. There's definitely a certain uniqueness to it that's here. But it does, to me, feel more like a standard chicken sandwich than your KFCs, your Popeyes, what have you, where they're clearly trying to make sort of a, mildly upscale type chicken sandwich. This tastes good. Everything tastes fresh. It's good enough. But while it does have a certain uniqueness to it, I do think it tastes different than pretty much every other chicken sandwich that I've had. It's just not, like I said, it's just not particularly special tasting. It's unique, but that uniqueness doesn't really relate to, like feeling like a properly premium chicken sandwich. It's still good. It's still very tasty for what it is, but I feel like the main element that's supposed to be on display is the chicken, and I feel like the chicken is kind of the weakest part. I think, even though I kind of like the fried aspect of the coating, I think they could have done a little bit more to season it, because I just feel like it's just a little bit okay. Like, overall, it's a good chicken sandwich, but it's teetering on the edge between being sort of meh and being, like, actually a really solid chicken sandwich, and it ends up kind of just riding the fence on it. It's not quite good enough to be, like, in that upper tier, and at the same time, it is good enough that, like, it's not anywhere near, like, the bottom of the tier. I mean, it's a solid chicken sandwich from a place that specializes in chicken, but doesn't quite win out the way I was hoping. Still good, but not quite as good as I was hoping. 2 questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No and no. I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't eat at Brown's a lot, and it's nothing against them or anything. They're just not as prevalent in my immediate location. So it's not a bad chicken sandwich, but the thing is, if I want a chicken sandwich, there's other places I can go to that are closer to me that I could get a better chicken sandwich at. As to recommending it, I'm not going to say don't give it a shot, because it's not a bad chicken sandwich, and I do think if the offerings from, like, KFC and Popeyes, what have you, if those aren't to your liking, I do think that this is, it's another option. And I do like that it's a classic style chicken sandwich. I just don't feel, like I said, I just don't feel it's really properly special. But it's not bad, so you can kind of take it or leave it. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular week, monumental rest, months, stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly chicken sandwich-tastic rest of your life. And I'm talking some real shit, folks. I'm talking like your Popeye spicy chicken sandwich. I'm talking your Fry the Coop. All right, if we're talking at the absolute, upper tier of excellence. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to do. Trust me, I know it. Okay? I live it. We're all living it. We run into situations, very stressful, very distressing. And sometimes we might go over there and we might be prompted to be an asshole. It happens. But it's important when we find ourselves in those situations, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe live around a Browns, as I sort of do. Maybe you're going to go over there, you're going to get yourself some delicious Browns fried chicken, as I sort of did in this one. And maybe you're going to go with, they have a variety of sides available and all kinds of stuff. They have root beer available, although I'm pretty sure it's mug. Not so much with the Barks, folks. Barks is the root beer. Or Dad's if you can get it, but I don't know if they do Dad's in fountain drink format. Just sell it by the bottle. I'll buy it. And maybe you'll go over there. You'll enjoy it so much that you're going to go over there. You're going to get your own Browns chicken franchise. And you've got gusto. You've got dreams. You're going to make it. Not only are you going to be successful, you're going to go over there, you're going to branch out, have other franchises. It's going to be a whole thing. Eventually, Browns is going to be up there with KFC and Popeyes. It's going to be up there, folks. Maybe not in Japan. If you're not familiar, KFC is super big in Japan. It's like a whole thing. They have a whole Christmas thing with KFC. Japan's already been taken, but who knows? Maybe Ecuador. Maybe you'll go over there and you'll be super huge in Ecuador, and maybe they'll have Brown's chicken for Ecuadorian Valentine's Day. Or conversely, maybe just go over there and find a place that has a bangin' ass chicken sandwich. Go over there and have a delicious lunch and or dinner. Or breakfast if they serve it for breakfast. Bye.